Alright, everybody, welcome back, Fallen Angels. I was gonna do a bozo chronicle. I might do one tomorrow or later on tonight, probably tomorrow. Today I figured I'd just make a video about what I've been doing. My last 3 videos, the part 1, part 2, and part 3, it was really one video, but the storage space in my phone, it just wouldn't handle it, so I had to, when I use CapCut to edit it, it was taking up that much gigabytes and that much gigabytes on my phone, so it was just too many gigabytes. So I had to upload, screen record it and upload the screen record just a little at a time. So I'm sorry if they were breaking up and stuff like that. That was just the best I could do to utilize my channel, to help me get my feelings off in a more appropriate way, a sense of venting, and do it more appropriate instead of doing something stupid where I'm self-sabotaging and stuff like that, because I seek you guys out for support and for help, which you guys give me, especially Mr. Provolone, Dominic. You've been there for me. All of you. I don't even have to shout out names. You've all been there, supportive of me and my fiance and stuff like that, wishing us the best. Especially the year that we were homeless in the woods. You were giving us a lot of support, and it caused a little bit of problems. So I think it was misunderstood. Like the reason why I use this channel, I tell you guys, like, even on my older videos, the Bozo Chronicles and the regular videos and stuff like that, I use it to where I tell the stories of my past and my present, but I tell my stories and I tell the consequences of my stories, what it led to. Me walking down this road led to this store. You know what I mean? That's like telling the other person who's never been in the town what's down that road. You walk down that road, you're gonna run into 7-Eleven or McDonald's or whatever. Basically I'm saying, if you follow this behavior, this is gonna be the consequence. And you might have said, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this 80 times, and so far I haven't had to deal with that consequence. The thing is, you're gonna say yet. You haven't dealt with that consequence yet. And ultimately, you'll eventually, if you don't smarten up, you will get that consequence, you know what I mean? Because it happened to me, and it happened to pretty much anybody who's dealt with situations I dealt with and went down that road. They wound up in the same place I did: prison, trouble with families, just trouble with relationships with friends, whatever the case may be. And I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of personal problems, and I don't know, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. I haven't come to the conclusion yet. I got to self-reflect on it, on maybe I shouldn't have gotten so personal about my life and the stuff that I'm dealing with and my feelings that involve in those situations such as hand that I'm talking about, because it caused me issues. I guess the people that went to my channel, because I share it on my Facebook wall for the people on my Facebook, that I have as my friends. They can see I have new videos. If they don't know, they didn't hit that button. And I hope you guys hit subscribe too, because I really would like to monetize this and have another source of income, because my disability is still suspended, and I'm still working on getting my disability money back, every month. But I do want to still say that I love my entire family. That goes from my sister, both sisters, to my both parents. Everybody, aunts, uncles. I do love them. It's an unconditional love I have. And I think I pissed them off. You know what I mean, by venting. And those are my feelings, though. So I don't know why, me talking about my feelings piss them off. I don't know. I guess they would rather be kept, any personal family issues kept private and not used on this platform. But it's weird because I see psychiatrists and psychologists, and I do talk about my issues with them. You know what I mean? Like, I utilize this platform, but I utilize that platform the same sort of way. You know, I talk about my feelings, whatever I have currently going on in my life, and what it's making me feel, and I get support. And that's exactly what this channel does for me as well. I talk about my feelings, my personal problems, and my subscribers, and just the watchers, the leisurely watchers, they give me support, you know, and they give me not only support, they give me motivation. You know, they say, "Oh, good job. Hope you're hanging in there. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. Try this." Or, "I know when I was in this situation, I went this route and I was able to get this." You know, and it really helped me the year that I was homeless. You know, me and my fiance. You know, it really helped us. You guys asking for more videos. You know, wondering about us. We're doing all right with certain weathers, being in the tent in the woods, and it helped. I didn't make videos for a while because I was just like, you know what, sitting there doing what I have to do. I used to say, yeah, I don't work for money, my money works for me. I had ways to make money by not actually doing the 9 to 5. I just had money coming in, but all of a sudden I'm homeless, you know what I mean? But hold on 1 second. Pause. All right. Well, yeah, that was a phone call from our storage place because we have our stuff still in storage, and that's another problem. But to get back to the original story at hand, I don't mean no problems with my family. It was just me venting my feelings because I felt I couldn't talk to my family about it. So I'm sorry if I made anybody feel any type of way, because that wasn't what my goal was. My goal was to vent appropriately. It's more appropriate to vent on my platform and to my counselors, therapists, instead of doing something self-sabotage, like acting verbally violent. Of course I wouldn't act violent, verbally just running my mouth. That's gonna get me nowhere but down, you know what I mean? So I want to thank you guys, the people that watch, that give me support, me and my fiance support, and that watch the videos and that ask about us and ask for more videos. I do appreciate that. But that phone call was the storage, because we're gonna make the payment the day after tomorrow to get it all caught up. But they're doing what the other place where we were at did. They're raising it $100 a month, which is crazy. So I'm gonna ask them if they please can't, give us a couple more months of the normal price. It's almost $200 what we have, because considering we're only living off of one source of income, it's very hard. And if not, then I'm gonna condense everything, reorganize everything in the bags, and stay in that place and just get a smaller unit. You know what I mean? That's affordable. Hopefully less than $189. I don't know what the prices are for their other units, but yeah, that's what that was about. That was about a phone call. But I might as well give you a quick version of a Bozo Chronicle. It's about how it was about like Bud. It's not about nothing crazy, but it's more about the situation. I dealt with this guy. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't need this stuff like coming back. Not like I care, but I don't care about them. So it is what it is. But this was when I was back at Rustic, I used to get bud from this one person a lot, because I used to smoke a lot of weed. And I mean, I spent a lot because, that's what I wanted to do, and I had it like that at the moment. Not a flex. I just had the ability, and I was getting them to show up at the house a lot, and when I was doing bad with the counselors and staff at the place I was at, I didn't have to worry about them no more. I was okay in that, like, eventually I'll leave. And I had the guy come over. I don't hear nothing because staff don't deal with me, because that's where we were at that house. I was just there. I was just a head and a body in the house, you know, me and my fiance. So he said he was here, so I let him in, and he looked upstairs, and there was staff right upstairs. And he was like one of them guys that was scared of his own shadow. Like, I'll tell you the story. One time I met him by like my Stop and Shop that was by where I lived, and there was police in the parking lot. It's Bud, like, it ain't even that serious. Like, it ain't that serious. And I have my the way I act, like I move around comfortably and I talk comfortably. And he was so scared. He's like, yo, you acting crazy, fool. There's like a police right there. Like, you gotta act like militant around that. I'm like, yo, you acting like you're doing something suspect. You're gonna look suspect, and they're gonna wanna know what the hell is going on. Why you acting funny? You know what I mean? Like, so he's like, yo, just come with me, man. So I went to like a Subway or something like that with him, because it was a strip mall. And he wanted to walk into a bathroom with me. The bathroom was a one-person bathroom in a small Subway. That is looking super suspect. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he was. And I was like, yo, you out of your fucking mind. You go to the bathroom if you want to. Because at first he offered to buy me some food and stuff, but he didn't buy me no food, you know, to kill time, to make it look like that's what we were there for. You know, and I eventually got the weed and walked my dumb ass back to my house. But the day he came over, I didn't get paid until like I think 2 days after, 3 days after I wanted Bud. But I spent like thousands and thousands over time, you know, with him. And so he's like, all right, he spotted me a 50 bag. And I always gave the guy gifts too, knives, bongs. I just gave him gifts almost every single time, just cause, you know, that's just the way I am. If someone's taking care of me, treating me well, and acting like a friend, you know, I look out. If I can look out, I look out. The amount of money he made, he didn't make any apparently. The amount of money I spent, he should have been flossing, like, he should have been swagged out, you know what I mean? But like, I murdered him with the way I was, you know, swagged out to the fucking full of Super Saiyan when it comes to that. Super Saiyan on the color coordination and all that shit. And he looking like a dusty fool, you know what I mean? But that's him. They were younger than me, of course. I'm 45, he was younger. So he was super nice, accepted the gift, left. Everything was cool. He was asking about that guy. I said it was no big deal because I had 4 chrome rims, and I said, yeah, you want to see the rims because you said your girl needed, she had a couple flat tires, and I'm selling the rims with the tires cheap, and it's probably cheaper, so come on in the garage and I'll show you. And that's where we would have made the switch, and he would have just left after supposedly taking a picture of him with his phone to show his girl. That's the story we went by. Motherfucker didn't give a fuck about what I was doing, especially when I'm showing someone something to clear out something from the garage. So he went home. By the time he got home, then he texted me like a keyboard gangster. I told him, I said, that's funny. You had every opportunity to voice your opinion or your feelings when you see me. You didn't say nothing. You were nice as pie. Almost bending down and giving me head. That's how nice you were. And now you want to act tough. You know what I mean? I said, the only reason why you didn't say nothing then and speak your mind then is because I would have knocked you out right then. I would have knocked you right on your ass because I don't use my mouth to talk like that. I use my hand like a man does when it comes to communicating like that. So I'm robbing you now because you fucked up. Now I owed you 50 for that. Now I'm robbing you. I'm telling you robbing you, and I'm giving you a chance to get it back. It's not like I'm ducking and dodging because you obviously know where I live. You come to my house, you come by yourself, you come with more people, it's over. You know, it ain't happening. But you come by yourself, I'll have it on Facebook Live or whatever, you know, whatever, I'll stream it live. We'll put the $50 in the middle. We'll scrap. You win. Take the 50 and get the hell out of my house. I win. You'll either leave by ambulance, or if I'm able to help you up, I'm gonna throw you outside the front door, and that's it. That was your chance to get your money. At least, you know, I gave him his chance. I robbed him, straight up robbed him. So he had to hold that down. You know what I mean? So I moved on to another guy, dealt with somebody else, the same shit, did the same shit, spent tons of money, because that was my thing back then, smoking bud. And I smoked a lot of bud, you know, real lot, blunt, you know, just that's just what I did, whatever. And he had he was a little aggressive once in a while. Like, he would make me wait, like as if I was a crackhead waiting for crack or something like that. Like, oh yeah, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. And then 8 hours later, they might show, you know, like stuff like that. And I started telling him, I said, you don't know who you fucking with. Like, just because I'm smiling all the time and cracking jokes, don't think shit is sweet. Don't think I'm sweet. Because you don't know what the fuck I've been through, you don't know what the fuck I'm about, you don't know what the fuck I'll do when I feel like a line is crossed. And customer's always right. So you tell me you're gonna be here at a certain time, you be here at that time, or just turn your ass around, because I really don't need you. You're just convenient because you're the closest one I got. I don't have to go to Mastic to go to the reservation to get the bud there. I could just get it dropped off, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. And you can ask my fiance too. Like, I had him one time so scared of me putting my hands on him. He came in like shaking like a leaf, like really, really nervous, like looking and like looking at me, making sure I wasn't about to deck him in the face. So one time I told him something like, I need an ounce of bud. Can you be here by 6 o'clock? And very easy text. And he knew how much I spent. I spent that much on bud. And he showed up with 6 ounces, saying that that's what he thought I meant. I was like, I don't have the money for that right now. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was getting the ounces, I think. It was like kind of like exotic buds. I was paying like 100. Sometimes you tell me $1.20, but like 100 an ounce. You wanted like 600, which is stupid. That's like paying by the ounce. You're buying basically 6, 12, 8, 6, 12. It's 16 ounces in a pound, like 6, 12. You know, I'm buying a lot. Like, I should have gotten it way cheaper, but they're younger than me. They don't make no money other than I'm the reason why they're making money now all of a sudden. So I said, well, I don't got the money for it right now, but he knows every time I got spot, you know, relationship I had, just like the relationship that I had with the other guy. If I said I'm gonna have it by this day, I had it by that day. And so I took it, and I didn't like his mouth a couple times. He had like a little sarcastic mouth, so I did the same thing to him too, robbed him too. And as I robbed him, when I was homeless, I still got bud from him. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I owed him money for the other bud. Like, that's how soft he was, but he tried to act tough. You know, sometimes everybody's tough over a keyboard, or when they're in the distance, or over the phone, or when they're far away. But face to face, eye to eye, people change, especially, you know, when they deal with me. I'm sure when they deal with anybody else, I don't think I'm anybody special. But you know, it's one thing when they can talk their talk when they far away, but they talk differently when I'm right there. Like my girl even seen, he brought his friend along one time, and I would just clown him out, you know, call him a lemon meringue pie, call him a fatty, you know, because he had a fat body with no shirt on. I said, whatever you do before you leave today, you got to tell me your workout regimen, because I need to have a body like yours. That would be my ultimate goal, you know, just clown on them. I was just having a good time, you know, and they were holding that down, you know what I mean? No one felt some type of way, because first of all, there was no reason to. I was only clowning, you know, just having fun with them. But, you know, acting tough when I'm not able to touch you, and then acting sweet and nice and all this giddy, you know, laughing like Laffy Duck and shit, and when I'm right next to you, you know, but he got robbed. I stopped dealing with him too. Straight up robbed. Knew I lived, knew I was at that time, you know, when I first robbed him, didn't do nothing. And it's not like sneak, thieving, motherfuckers straight up robbed him. And I did that to someone semi recently, right before here. Dealing with this one guy, and he was just a real bozo. Like, I thought he was a good guy. And I thought he was actually a friend. I just met him on the street, because that's how I am. If I see someone, they seem like I can relate, or they might be a benefit to me, friendly wise, like in a friendship manner, and they might have some of the same likes, like say bud and shit like that. I'll chop it up, you know what I mean? I'll bullshit with a motherfucker, you know what I mean? And that's what I did, and I thought the guy was cool, and I thought I'd hang out with him and be friends with him, but he was like fake aggressive, like he was just like weird. He was very weird. He had a lot of family problems too, like his family wanted nothing to do with him. Because like I seen a situation where he walked with me next to a family member, and the family member flipped on like, get out of here, get away, you know, I don't want nothing to do with you. So he burnt his bridges pretty badly. So I see why, you know what I mean? And same thing, like he told me one time, like I was getting, it was just a quick relationship because I had like just met him and I spent like a decent amount like the first day. So like he thought like, oh man, this guy's the shit, you know what I mean? I think I spent only 180 or something like that, but that's like when I had the money to do so. And he says I can get spots from at any time, but then he said the next time I get the bud, he got good bud, he got good exotics, real good exotics, he's gonna give it to me for free. And I held him down on that, and I went to see him, and then he wanted money for it all of a sudden. So, but it was funny because every time he was supposed to meet me, you know, with an Uber or a taxi, I think he just gave whatever else he was dealing, like gave guys something to get rides or real taxis, you know, I don't know what the situation really was. I didn't really care. He was just out of this world. But he would have me give him money first. Like I'd send it through Zelle, PayPal, whatever the case may be, and then I wouldn't see him. He would say, oh, I'll be right there, oh, I'll be there. Oh, shit is hot by your area, you know, like I can't come right now, there's no way, blah, 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 blah. Just pulling some lemon squeeze shit, just straight up lemon squeeze moves. So I knew he was a bird when he came down to it. And him too. I wanted robbing him. I think like $80. Just robbed him. Straight up robbed him. So he would call me nonstop. Blocked his number. Then he started calling me with the block call, with the no ID phone call, because I blocked his phone. Wouldn't answer any of that. Then I left him a text saying, yo, like, I gave you a gift, like I gave him something, I forgot, I think like something, when I went to storage, I grabbed something that had some sort of value, forgot what it was, I got to think about it and I don't want to waste your time, but it was worth a lot, you know, because I still got stuff that's really expensive brand name stuff, you know, a Gucci necklace, Gucci, but you know, I still got stuff. And I said, I told you, you are not getting the money until this day, like you're bothering me the fucking very next day, and you're holding something of mine that's worth twice the amount of what you lent me. So what's up with that? Like, where is that item? Like, give me my shit back. You know, like you were holding it, seeing if you could do something, like try to sell it. Like, where's my shit then? Like, that ain't yours. You try to tell me, oh, you'll give me 10 or 15 bucks for it. Thing was worth almost $200. Like, you out of your fucking mind. So he got just annoying. Same thing. Blocked him. He just robbed his ass. You know what I mean? You know, and he knew who I was. I could see him at any time. He could see me at any time. I don't want to see his ass, but shit, he should want to see my ass for that. And you know, there's only one way to handle it with someone like him. But not the greatest bozo crime, but that was just me, how I just robbed three of the lamest dealers they are, you know, who thought they were the top of the food chain, and they were like bottom of the barrel after you scraped it a little bit, you know. So hope you enjoy those stories. But to my families, that if I hurt anybody's feelings, I do apologize. It wasn't the goal, and I do love all you guys that give me respect and support and stuff like that. And you'll get another video from me real soon. I'll talk to you guys later.